Over on the right, there's two switches. A reverb, it's set up as it's going whoa, whoa, whoa in my ears. There you go. Business meeting tonight at 5 o'clock for Bible school and all of that. Then Saturday at 9 o'clock, right? At not Mr. Pete, that's where I was working. At Dawn's gas station in Fletcher. I don't remember I don't know if is that a BP now? Or it used to be a BP? Might be a Shell now. I can't remember. I've always known it as Dawn's. They sell gas.
I've always
we'll be having a youth car wash.
Hungry Bears right on the phone.
Yeah, Three Bears is right on. That's a good place to eat. Huh? Hungry Bear. It's a good place to eat. But you know where the old Pizza Hut is in Fletcher?
Yeah.
Across the road. The old gas station there.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be car wash Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. Is there something else happening now? Who's coming? Huh?
The 21st.
Who's singing? Huh? Baseball for Sport will be here singing for us the 21st. So don't forget that. Then next month, we'll be having Old Fashioned Day.
Actually, the Faith Walker Tour will be here on the 15th.
15th.
The 21st is the Saturday youth service.
21st is Saturday youth service. See, if I didn't have y'all keep me up to date, I'd be in trouble. Faith Walker Sport will be here
15th.
next Sunday night. Then following Saturday night, we're having the first youth service, which, as we may announce, starting on every third Sunday or Saturday night at 7 o'clock. We're gonna have singing and preaching every third Saturday night. You said, why are you doing that? Rock and roll music. We're gonna be singing out of these. And no, we're not having New Age Bibles. We're gonna have King James Version. And they're gonna be soft sound doctrine preaching, personal preaching, Andrew. So, that's coming up next Saturday night.
A week from Saturday.
So don't forget all this coming up. Amen. Looking forward to what God's going to serve. Amen. Come on, King, and open us up a song this morning. Let's put things on. I need to cut the strings back. We'll need to pick them ones.
Hey, stand and turn to 212.
Hey. Thank you for the bring you strings.
If you're in the battle for the Lord,
Oh, I don't remember that.
Throw those songs on there. Y'all feel perfect on that.
I threw one on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I apologize for not being here Wednesday. My car died. Fuel pump went out. Had to tell you. It's a Ford. Pound on road dead.
Amen.
Hey, they found the problem and circled it.
277. Sweet the song I'm singing today. I'm redeemed. I'm redeemed. Trouble and sorrow, there's no way. I have been redeemed. I'm redeemed. I love you, God. Glory, glory, Christ is mine. Won't you be my I have been redeemed. I'm redeemed. I'm redeemed. All over. I'm ready I have been redeemed. Glory, glory, all to me. I have been redeemed. Glory, glory, all to me. I have been redeemed. 3:33.
Speed goes up.
Tonight, we're taking the.
Hey, you know, that song redeemed. I've never understood why so many people want to sing it so slow. Because when you sing it so slow, it's like it's down and out. But boy, I'm glad I'm redeemed.
Amen.
The Bible says rejoice because your name is written down.
Somewhere. All right, everybody stay standing. We'll do our faith promise. Awesome. Andrew. Awesome. Andrew did it. Brother Andrew, we're hanging around the tithe and offering, Austin faith promise. Austin, you ask God to bless you. Austin.
Lord, thank you for the service today, Lord. Lord, pray for the offering, Lord. Lord, pray for the upcoming week, Lord. Lord, we thank you for it in Jesus' name. I just thank you.
I think we could continue to pray. Come on, brother.
Amen. I'm glad to save us. Heaven. Old man, old preacher used to say, well, Mace Jackson used to say, I'm on my way to heaven with the hammer down, with the glory bound. Amen. I used to say that on the truck driver special. Amen. I used to love listening to that as a kid. These kids don't know what they're growing up with today, because they're not what they used to do. They used to be a circuit rider. Boy, I used to love looking at him. every morning, so he come on the air. I used to love listening to him. Met Brother Robert Harris multiple times. But the last time I remember meeting him, he showed up at the radio station. I was doing, it was back when I had Saturday broadcasts, it was before I was pastor, this was right before he died. I said, Brother Robert, how are you today? He said, well, my old Mustang's doing good. He said, but it ain't as good as my old Mustang that died. I said, do what?
Yeah.
He said, the older I've got, he said, I've had to go to driving these four-wheel Mustangs. He said, but when I was a young man, he said, I rode a four-legged Mustang.
Yeah.
Then he said, but I am doing great. He said, I'm always half right. He said, I'm never half wrong. I said, how are you always half right? He said, because my mom was a right.
How about that?
And, he was up there, he's doing Brother Will's broadcast that Saturday, and just to sit down and listen to that old man. Didn't carry a Bible in. That old man he didn't even carry his Bible in with the radio station. He didn't need it.
Amen.
I was sitting there and he said, turn your Bible to John chapter like 22 or whatever it was. He started reading the first verse. He said, the first verse says this, and he went word for word, the whole chapter. I was like, wow. That's how men of God used to be.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Then it was so good that Saturday, I said, why don't you just stay and preach mine? So he did. He went to a different book in the Bible for that one, and he read the whole book. That always impressed upon my heart how we need to know the Word of God.
Amen.
That old man of God. Was it too much longer after that he passed away? Just the knowledge that passed away with him.
Yep.
Boy, you don't have that anymore, church. That is something of the past. Most of your elders in your church don't even know the Bible that good. I'm not trying to sound mean when I say that. They don't.
Amen, you're right.
They could care less if they pick that up other than Sunday morning. How many of you picked up your Bible this week other than just to move it? Amen. Other than just to move it where you can dust. There used to be a group go around and they'd sing a song, clean the dust off the Bible. You know, I've never heard anybody else ever sing that song, clean the dust off the Bible. When's the last time you got in the prayer closet and prayed? When's the last time we actually prayed? Not this fancy prayer that everybody tries to pray these days. We shouldn't be trying to pray fancy. No. Just pray. What Jesus said, he said, pray in this manner. Our Father which art in heaven. He gave us a perfect example of it. He didn't say bless the Milky White Way and all that. He just prayed simple. I'm simple-minded. If Jesus didn't make stuff simple for me, I'd never understand it.
Me too, brother.
I thank God that I can talk to him today.
Amen.
Oh, what a Savior we have.
You're right. Hey, man.
Y'all pray. Boy, it's been a while since he's been here. How long has it been? About a year?
I don't know.
About 8 months.
Probably 8 months, 9 months. It's been a while.
Well, your last,
Scheduling conflicts and what?
what's your last or not homecoming, but your last old fashioned day?
Old fashioned day. Last May, almost a year.
Been a year.
He was scheduled to come a few weeks ago, but he had to cancel to take care of his wife. Amen.
Yeah.
Are you doing okay after that?
I'm doing better. I'm still not out of the water. Having some more tests I have to do, but I'm doing better.
Amen. They went in and removed something in there?
They removed my tonsils, my uvula, my turbinates on my nose, and then that in turn ended up in a 5-day stay in the hospital with the oxygen. But I'm off oxygen right now until they tell me otherwise.
Thank God good.
Yes, sir.
just remember that, church, be praying. If you remember, I talked to you about praying for you that week. Brother Michael McCoy, better known as, how many churches you go into and call you round man? Just this one?
Yeah.
Better known as AKA round man, AKA no man. I remember he was telling me about the first time he met Kelly. Kelly was calling him no man. He said, no, they call me round man. Amen. Thank God for his many blessings. I told you before. If you'd have seen that man 15 years ago, you'd never believe he'd be preaching. Y'all don't realize. You don't realize what God can do.
Amen.
God done it. And I thank God that he's allowed me to be friends with him around, man. Almost 20 years now. Let's see. I tell you where we got, what, 99, 2000, something like that? So almost 20 years we've been friends. It's a good long time. Hayden was just a little thing.
Yes.
You remember Kira was a baby.
Yep.
JD wasn't even born yet.
Yep.
Now, Hayden's grown. She graduates high school in a little over a year.
Yeah.
He's in high school, almost grown. Time has flew by.
Yes.
You parents that got small children, rejoice.
Amen.
While you can. While you can, because you're gonna blink one day and they're gonna be grown. The thing about a child, if you raise them right, they'll return. They'll return. They'll come back. If you raise them right. The thing is, once they turn 18, anything they do from that moment on, you can't be held responsible for. You've done your job up till 18. But these little ones, Misty, I see the little Maddox over here. Enjoy. Because one day you're gonna look. You're gonna be sitting at home, brother. Roundman knows, some of you that's been there, you're gonna be sitting at home, you're gonna be looking around saying, where'd they go? They're at work. They're going out with friends. Friday night, Elizabeth and Kira took off and was gone for hours.
Yep.
To the mall, to here, to there, to there. Now, the only thing I did say, I would not allow my daughter to ride with Elizabeth. She hits walls and parked cars, so I said, here you're driving. So, but the thing about it is, enjoy it, but train them. Start now. Teach them now.
That's right.
My daughter went to her work, and she told me she wanted to change her schedule. She said, I told her I want Sundays off. I don't work Sundays no more. So far, since she's done that, she's only had to work on off today. You take a stand, they'll listen. So y'all praying, I mean, they can next Sunday schedule. They might have already did it. She's been off one schedule. It'll work out. She said the hardest thing for her is having to miss church all the time.
Amen. There you go.
Doing the work. I guess you're the same way, Elizabeth. So y'all pray for these kids, these teenagers.
Yeah.
These two girls are getting ready, reality's getting ready to hit these two girls.
Yeah.
This one's really getting ready to have reality in it.
But it's gonna hit,
Yeah.
because, there's only so much you can do. And Michael, Roundman, you know you're getting old when your kids are arguing if you die.
Yeah.
who gets the place.
Yeah, yeah.
Last week, as you all know, we paid off our place, signed the papers on it. Kira and JD said, well, when you die, I'm getting it, Kira said. JD said, no, we're gonna have it. This half of the house is gonna be yours, this half is gonna be mine. So they're already planning for when we die. But, I thank God for the friendship that me and Ramon has had for years. Thank God for the church. Thank God for his many blessings. Y'all pray for Michael McCoy as he comes to live us on the word lay on his heart.
Let us have your law.
You wanna turn that mic all the way down? Which one is it?
15, I think. I got you.
It's good to be here tonight, this morning. I want to thank you, church, for inviting me. It's always a pleasure. Thank you, pastor. You're just like a brother. I do love him. Been friends for a long time, and I thank God for what God's done in his life. I hate to change mine. I got this thought on my heart this morning. God, you know, I don't know how to be a preacher. I'm just doing what I can do, and God does the rest. But I know this, that you just don't get a message anytime you want one.
That's right.
I've got to pray sometimes. When I pray to God, I beg Him for a message.
Amen.
I plead with Him. I want to get down and say, Lord, it ain't for me.
No. Amen.
I want it for somebody out here.
Amen.
I want you to know that God put me here not knowing nobody's life, but He knows your life.
Right. Amen.
It speaks to me, and that I bring the message to God. And I prayed, and I thought about this. And it's just a simple thought, and I'm going to have you turn to two places in your Bible if you got your Bibles. Turn first to Genesis chapter 22. Because coming down the road, me and Peggy had to C.T. Townsend on. He was singing, him and his wife, Becky, and one of the songs was I Lay My Isaac Down. And I thought about this message like a week or two ago when Doug invited us to come, and this thought's been on my heart for 2 weeks.
Amen.
Will not go away. There's a burning feeling in that heart of mine. I got to let the fire out. I got to not quench it, but I'm going to let the fire out because God's burning me up with a message. And we're going to turn two places, and then, like I said, Genesis 22, and you take your finger and go to Exodus, the next chapter over in chapter 16. Put your fingers there. And if you can find your place, just would you stand in reverence of the reading of God's word. We reverence God. We're not a country yet, I hope. It's like football players.
Amen.
When we get up and can't stand for the national anthem, God help us.
Amen. That's right. Amen.
What have we become? I'm going to read one verse and I'm going to let you sit down because, you know, I know the attention span is very small. And I'm a long-winded preacher. But if you'll turn to Genesis 22, we're going to read verse 14, and I'm going to set you down so God parts in your driveway. I hope He runs around your mind and He parts in your heart. This thought He gives me. Verse 14 of Genesis, it says this. And Abram called the name of that place Jehovah Jireh.
Yeah.
As it is said to this day, in the mountain of the Lord it shall be seen. I want you to bow your heads for a moment. Listen, go to the Lord in simple thought and prayer. Father, Lord, as I bow right now, Father, I ask you to scroll back the clouds in heaven, Father. I ask you to peer over the banisters this morning, Father. Look upon this little church, Father. Lord, you be mighty in this church, Father. And yet there be little, but Lord, there be a lot when you got in it, Father. And I ask you this morning, Lord, to pour out again, Lord, and breathe upon this little preacher that what you put in my heart. Lord,
Yes, Lord.
still every heart. Lord, let the message just have a place to rest. Lord, let them take it home and chew on it like you do the book. Lord, because we love you this morning, because you loved us.
Yes, God.
Help me this morning. In Jesus' name. Amen. You may be seated. I asked you this time. I didn't tell you this yet. I asked you. Let's start verse 1. Let's do a little background. I'm going to do a little foundation. Chapter 22, it says, it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abram. And said unto him, Abram, and he said, Behold, here I am. And he said, Take now thy son, thy only son, Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains, which I'll tell thee of. I'm going to stop this morning. You know, God puts things in perspective in this place.
Yeah.
You know, line on line, precept on precept. James thinks that God just don't use him. But he knows the Sunday school lesson he was hitting all around the message. How he walked into a place what he used to be, and there was that sin that lay before him. Abram was tempted.
Amen.
Bible says God don't tempt any man. He don't put you out there and make you do this and that. He doesn't do that. That's the devil.
Amen.
But he will test you to see where your faith is.
Sure.
To see if you rely on him. You see, we read 14th verse, Jehovah Jireh. Do you know what Jehovah Jireh means?
The Lord will provide.
He's a provider. You know what we're going to look at this morning? Provision.
Amen.
Hey, I want you to realize there's a way. And it's God's way. Abram, he called it and he said, it tempted Abram. And these things that God did tempt Abram. He said unto him, Abraham, and he said, Behold, here I am. I want you to realize right now, I want you to think about this. What if God called you? Would you say, here I am?
Amen.
Yeah. Are you willing? Are you willing to see that God gets the first in your heart? He told Abram, he told me out of shame when I was running. Doug knows I was nasty. I was with the wrong one. I was wrong with the world. I was with the king of the world, the devil.
Amen.
But he called me out of that shame when he called me by my name.
Yes. Amen.
And I said, here, Lord, I am. He said, go preach. And I said, no. I said it so long. And God put me in a place that I had to say yes.
Amen.
He'll do you that way.
In there.
The weapons of God, they're hurt. I want you to realize that God's got a way. He says, he said, behold, here I am. And he said, take now thy son, thy only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering, and upon one of the mountains, which I will tell thee of. Here we are taking a journey. You know what life is? It's a journey. You're in a journey. Something lays before thee.
Yeah.
Each one of them. Two paths. Heaven and hell. That's all life is.
Right.
Two doors you get to choose.
Right. Amen.
Yeah. But God's providing your way. God's making sure you got a way. It's called Calvary. It was called the place where man was the ugliest and God was the most beautiful. And they took him down and beat him and laid him up there and nailed him to the cross. A man was being ugly and cussing him and pointing at him and Yeah. He was more beautiful. He's more beautiful in my heart than I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He said, I'm gonna send you to a place. These places I go preach, I've never been before. But I've got to trust God. You've got to trust God in your decisions.
Amen.
Like Kira and this young lady, you've got decisions coming to be women.
Yeah.
And there's temptations out there. There's pitfalls and traps. But if you'll just know what God thinks, it's that Bible.
Amen.
You want to know what God thinks about anything? Your boyfriend, your drinking, whatever. He's got to tell you what he thinks.
Right.
And if you follow him, you'll know what he likes and dislikes.
Amen.
Listen to this. And Abraham, verse 3, rose up early in the morning and saddled his ass. Took 2 of his young men with him, and Isaac his son, and clave the wood for the burnt offering. He rose up and went unto the place which God had told him. I want you to think about this when I study this. Abraham rose up early in the morning. Why do you think he rose up early in the morning? Because God told him to do something.
Yeah.
He's a willing vessel.
That's right.
Amen.
Hey, don't regret what God asked you to do. Sometimes we get doubt. I think God's leading me here or there. Hey, that doubt's from the devil.
That's right.
You got to know what God said. If you ever heard that voice that said, come down here, get saved today. If you ever heard that voice, you'll know it.
That's right.
Amen.
The Bible said he knows, the sheep knows his voice.
Amen. Right.
Doubt and faith are 2 different things. They're enemies.
That's right.
Now listen to me. He rose up early and saddled everything, took provisions of himself. We do that every day. We get up and we get dressed. We do whatever, or to go to work or whatever we have to do. He saddled it. And he took his 2 men with him, and Isaac and his son, he clave him to the wood. And he took him up and went to the place which God had told him.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know what Moriah looked like? You ever thought about that? I do. I think about every scripture. What in Moriah? He said, I'll show you the place. When you get there, I'll tell you. Are you in God's place? Are you trying to split the fence?
Yeah.
Are you holy here but dirty there?
Mm-hmm. Well,
How do you know? How do you know? How did he know where Moriah was? He said, he had faith
That's right.
that God would take you through.
Amen. Amen.
Somebody's going to go through a trouble in his church.
Yeah.
And there's a way
That's right.
it's going to come out.
Yeah.
I believe it's in the book of Proverbs. I don't like to talk about this preacher, Mr. Harris. I believe it's in Proverbs that there's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but at the end it leads to death.
Amen.
He didn't know where Moriah was. He trusted God. God said, I will make a way.
That's right.
Somebody's going to get into trouble and say, Lord, my car. Leave your car up there. God made a way. You hear me? It's a blessing to hear you testimony. You help out in Sunday school. Cannot touch you. God bless you. Hey, go with God. Trouble's coming. But listen, the provider's here. He rose up, he took the place of him, and on the 3rd day, listen, verse 4. I love this verse. Then on the 3rd day, Abram lifted up his eyes, and he saw the place afar off. You could preach there for a while.
Yeah, you good.
I thought about the times when I go to church for 2 weeks, had a revival, Charles Worthing was preaching it. I was sitting in the back throwing spit wads.
Yeah.
But I seen the place where I needed to be afar off.
Yeah.
I was afar from God. And he had a way for me.
Amen.
Come right here. He said, Mike, come on. I love you and I forgive you for everything you said and done. Thank God he did.
Well, hey,
Thank God he did. Lord, I've been done so many things, I've made him cry. He's my father and I've made him cry. But listen to me, he gave me this thought here too. On the third day, Abram lifted up his eyes and saw the place far off. Do you realize they've been walking for 3 days? God, Abraham, Abram, and Isaac. And listen, verse 5, it says, I'm going to go back to 4 in a minute. And Abram said unto his young men, you bide ye here with the ass, and I and the lad will go yonder and worship and come again to you. First time the word worship ever mentioned right here. Did you know that? But here's, I want you to realize what God showed me. In verse 4, he said, from then on the third day. Do you realize what the third day is?
yes.
It means resurrection.
Hey, man.
It means, you know what? Do you know what I thought when the Holy Spirit showed me then? 3 days. I said, but where's the death? You know where the death was? The death was in Abram's heart.
Yeah.
For 3 days, he knew what God told him he had to do. He had to take that little boy, that little baby. He had to take it and go kill it.
Yeah.
In his mind, guess what that little boy was? Already dead.
Amen.
God showed me on the third day, he never talked to him because in his heart, that little youngin that he loved so much is got to die.
Amen.
Woo, that's a good thought.
Yeah.
3 days and the little boy's gonna die. Daddy never said a word to him for 3 days. He never spoke to him. How long has it been since God spoke to you? Abram took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it upon Isaac his son. And he took the fire in his hand and a knife, and they both went. And went both of them together. A picture of Calvary. Picture of Calvary.
What you doing?
And Abram took the wood, listen, and the burnt offering and laid it upon Isaac his son. What was Jesus carrying through the streets after the crowd hollered crucified? He was carrying that wood.
Amen.
He was carrying the wood. Right. For you and me. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because he's providing a way. He's trying to bridge man back to God his Father. And he has to build a way. He has to build the bridge to bring us back. And he provided a way.
Right.
And he had to use his only son to do it. He took his only son, the most precious thing in heaven. Hey, it ain't the gold streets to me. Ain't one gold street. I don't care if you hear streets, they're wrong. It's just one.
Amen.
It's straight. It ain't the mansions. The most precious thing to me in heaven.
That's right.
It's Jesus.
Amen.
I get down and humble and thinking one of these days I'm going to sit down at his feet. I ain't good enough to climb up in his lap like a little child wants attention. But I ain't been good enough. I ain't been close enough. I just want to get at his foot. I want to kiss his feet and walk every mile for me. And I want to look at them nail-scarred prints and know that he's the one. He done all this stuff for me and he loved me. And I'm in a place where the wind's going to blow. The gentle breezes and the greenest grass. And the coolest drink of water.
Yeah. Amen.
But see, if I didn't have that, you know what I'm going to be? Screaming.
Right. Amen.
I'm screaming in pain because I rejected him. He provided a way, and I turned it down. I'll be laying forever and ever, free falling like a parachute. One day I'm going to fall. I'm going to fall in the pit of hell if he didn't make a way. Ain't you glad he made a way this morning?
Right.
He's the provider of all things. Listen to this, and Isaac expected to his father, verse 7. It's the first time in 3 days that Isaac ever talked to his dad. 3 days.
Yep.
He was obedient. His father never said anything, so the child never said nothing. Didn't want the father mad at him. Anymore, children tell us what to do.
There you go.
But he was so obedient, he said he waited for the father to speak to him. And then this is the first time he even speaks in 3 days. And Isaac spake unto Abram, his father, and said, My father. And he said, Here am I.
Yeah.
And he said, Behold the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering? The little boys now had reservations. Daddy, I see everything. I see what we brought.
Yeah.
But see, the Lord's gonna provide the rest.
Amen, brother.
And
You might come to the church, but you can't get saved without the provisions of God.
That's right. Amen.
You can bring yourself, that's what they're doing. But you notice this, they brought everything, and the young boy asked this question, but where's the lamb? You know? Woo. And Abram said, My son God will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering.
Yep.
So they went both of them together. Hey, and they came to the place which God had told him of. And Abram built an altar there and laid the wood in order and bound Isaac his son. He laid him on the altar upon the wood. I want you to realize everything was in order.
Yeah.
And see, he had to do what God, and Abram stretched forth his hand and took the knife to slay his son. I'm going to stop right here for a moment. As I studied this, I asked myself this question. If my son just asked me just a few minutes ago, we don't have a lamb, then why is Daddy laying me down? Good question. We're going to offer a lamb, but why is Daddy binding me down?
Mm-hmm.
He's laying here. Your daddy's got you, put you down, tied you down, getting ready to kill you. But where's the lamb, Dad? God's showing us it ain't taking a lamb. It takes a son. It took his son to come.
Praise God.
It took his son to lay there and die, and like an innocent lamb. That lamb is a substitute. We're going to find out here in a second that there's a ram caught in a thicket, which speaks to somebody else. And scapegoat. Jesus is your scapegoat.
Amen.
But why did he lay not the lamb? Why did he lay the son if he was going to go offer? That had to be in his mind. But it's showing me that God's showing Abram, it's not the lamb, it's the son.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
It takes the Son of God,
Amen.
the one that never had sin, that knew no sin. He had to come and lay down and like a lamb and freely give up his life. They didn't kill him. They didn't take his life. He gave it up.
Amen.
Hey.
And the angel of the Lord called unto him out of heaven. He said, Abram, Abram. He said, Here am I. He said, Lay not thy hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him. For now I know that thou fearest God, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thy only son, from me. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in the thicket by his horn. And Abram went, took the ram and offered it up for a burnt offering in the stead of his son. See, this ram is a male. A ram's a male. He's the head sheep. A he-goat. Who's the first of the fruit of the resurrection? Jesus. We're gonna
Boy, that's good.
and we're in his likeness.
That's right.
And when we get there, we're gonna look like him.
Amen.
Hey, we're gonna act like him.
Amen.
God.
Ain't you glad? Hey, I'm telling you right now, I thought about the provisions and I asked the Lord, I said, God, why? Why'd you make a way? And I said, what kind of provisions can you have? If you got your finger in Exodus 16, let's turn and look for a second. Just let me read a little bit and I'll preach on the rest of it. Listen, chapter 16 of Exodus, it says, and they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came into the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month, after their departing out of the land of Egypt. The whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness, and the children of Israel said unto them, would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For you have brought us forth in this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. How many times have we been provided for food? Have you ever been out by where I grew up? My dad left, and my grandmother raised me on a pension. Grandpa dies, and here Mama has 7 youngins and 2 sets of twins. He has a nervous breakdown because Dad left her. She's working, trying to provide for 7 children. We just stare stepped in age. She's trying to take care of us, but she couldn't. She had a nervous breakdown. And Grandma said, I want Michael. He's my pet. You don't realize what a saint she was. I was 12 years of age, y'all. I come into the house and she was on the floor beside her bed, and I thought she failed. I love her. I love Grandma. I run to her and I was going to pick her up. But when I heard her call my name out, and I heard her stand, I stood there and it froze me. I didn't know who she was talking to. She was praying that God would take me and use me.
Amen.
Praise God.
I never knew who she was talking to, but I do now.
Amen.
Yeah.
Because of her, I got to see the Lord. Because she prayed for me. Somebody prayed for you probably.
Amen.
If you as a parent can't pray for your children to be touched, to come into the presence of God, there's something wrong with your heart.
That's right.
He's provided his only son in the only way for that glorious land. And all we have to do is pray for him.
Amen.
Lord, I'm a living proof that prayer works.
Yeah.
She prayed that I'd be a preacher, and I told her I fought her on it. I said, no, Granny, I'm too embarrassed. I can't do it. I can't do it. But he can.
Yeah.
And he
Amen.
can, and he can provide a way, Andrew.
Yeah.
He'll give us some words to fill our hearts. Listen to me then. We're going to look at this bread and manna here in a second. Listen. Verse 4. Then said the Lord unto Moses, behold. That means to stand still and look. I mean, really look. God's talking. He said, I will rain bread from heaven for you. And the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no. And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. I had a fit.
Yeah.
That little bitch got in that cupboard. I looked in there before, and Granny would pray, the same one that prayed. I'd go and open it up and find just a couple little cans in her cupboard. She'd go, little. You're only little. You're 12. Go be a 12-year-old. Go and play. And supper comes, I'll call you. I'm telling you, I come in at supper time. The table was spread, and I didn't know where it came from. Out of them small cans, there was a meal made for a king.
Yeah.
God, he reached down and touched her, and he blessed her cabinet. Like that little woman I had gave every time she went to the cruise, there was just enough fire. There's always enough with God. We forget about him too much. We take our eyes off of him. We got the distractions today of the phones and sex and drugs everywhere.
Yeah.
God said, I got you everything you need.
That's right.
The book of James says this. Why we don't have? Because we don't ask.
That's right.
We ask not. Because we have not.
Yeah.
Why are we missing it? All we got to do is pray it. And what you think's a little, he said, that Saturday, that Sabbath day, you go, they gonna eat twice. You gonna eat twice. Ain't you glad you got a double portion? Think about that double portion in the Bible. Hey, and Moses and Aaron said unto the children of Israel, eat. Then you shall know that the Lord has brought you out from the land of Egypt. That Egypt is the world today.
That's right.
The sin and the grind. I hate it. I hate going to work every day, don't you? But you're a slave to it.
That's right.
I gotta have money to live, Lord. He knows this. But every day you gotta go and have somebody beat you down, talk to you. The public ain't fun to work with.
Amen.
Everybody's the boss of you because you're out there doing a service.
That's right.
And they really put you down the road. And you trying to make them a nice road.
Joe.
And in the morning, then you shall see the glory of the Lord, for that he heareth your murmurings against the Lord. And what are we that you murmur against us? As Moses said, this shall be, when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full. For that the Lord heareth your murmurs, which you murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Lord. Verse 8 speaks to that. You know what it's saying? You know why you're not happy? Because you didn't ask God for the right one. You get a boyfriend or you get a boyfriend, make sure God sends you the right one.
Amen.
Don't take just the first one, because the devil's got a counterfeit. Oh, it'll look good and talk right, but it's got some deception in it. You wait on God. He's got a man for every woman. I believe that. I don't believe in men and women with women.
Amen.
I believe it takes God to reproduce this world with children, and that's the glory of God. Each children that come up, every generation, God's proud of that generation.
Mm-hmm.
But he said, you're not murmuring against me. Moses is talking. He said, you ain't murmuring against me. He's your preacher. All right. So when you're talking about somebody, you're not really talking about them. You're talking about God.
Amen.
Amen.
Why is it seems like when you're a Christian, you struggle? Ever notice that? And you look across the yard and there's the heathen, my neighbor, over there doing drugs and stuff, got more cars than I do. Got a better house than I do. But I realize this. I think it's in the Psalms, but 71 somewhere there. He sat and wrote a song. He said, but until I walked into this assembly, into the congregation, into the assembly of God, that I realized I'm the one that got it made.
Right.
Because see, this is the only hell I get to know.
Yeah.
They might have the sweeter stuff here, like the rich man in Luke 16. Lazarus was poor, didn't have nothing. They laid him at the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even have the food to eat. He had to beg for the crumbs that the dogs were going to eat. Lord, King. Hey, ain't you glad? I might not have nothing here, but I got it all up there.
Amen.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Hey, that provision. But listen, they were speaking against Moses, but they're not talking against Moses, they're talking against God. These people in this country that put God down in the Bible and they say it's okay to be gay and all this, they're talking about God.
That's right.
They're not talking about us.
That's right.
Everything is, they're hating God. They don't want nobody to judge them. They don't want nobody to, but one of these days there's going to be a judge.
Right, amen.
But you know what? So funny is, they'll fuss with you and fight with you, James. But you know what? I just let God have the but God. That word but God in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 4 starts out but God. I let the but God's come out on me. You know what I feel? But God, that's the last word.
That's right.
Do you know what that means?
Hey.
Do you know what that means, Dad? I don't have to say anything. If they're going to see a father sitting there and that judge, they said they're going to judge them. The book of Philippians chapter 2 tells me that every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that He is the Lord. Hey, and they might not say it now and leave it like that, but they ain't going to say it one day.
Amen. That's right. Amen.
You on the winning side.
Amen.
So they're going to see what we see.
Amen.
Too late.
That's right. Boy, that's good preaching.
I'm trying to get down here, verse 14 real fast. And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, stand still now. Upon the face of the wilderness, there lay a small round thing, as small as a hoarfrost on the ground. And when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, it is manna. When they wist not, they knew not what it was. And Moses said unto them, this is the bread which the Lord hath given you to eat.
Amen.
Thank you, man. Hey, listen, go home and look in your cupboard and see if you got anything to eat. God showed me in the chapter 7 of Matthew where all the sinners throw up, want to judge me. You're judging me. The Bible says, you ain't supposed to judge me. I just want to ask you something. If I give you a seed and I tell you to go plant that seed, can you tell me what you planted, Judge?
See, that's all.
But if that thing grew up and it turned out and it started producing apples on it, what kind of seed did I give you? Did I judge that tree?
No.
Then when you get saved or not, you'll bear fruit.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You'll know what you are.
That's right.
If you don't bear fruit, you're not a hit. Bible said He'd cut you down and throw you in the fire.
That's right.
Listen, where did this manna come from? Ooh, I love it when God puts this in your heart. It said it comes from heaven. And it was a small, round thing.
Yeah.
I want you to understand what the Holy Ghost tells me that is. Picture of Jesus. Where did He come from?
Yeah.
The Bible said He stepped down out of heaven and put on flesh. That white, what does that white represent in that little old manna? It's purity.
That's
You never knew no sin. Hey,
Listen to that.
what about that? What about that little roundness to it? I said, God, what does that mean? When I draw a circle, where's it in? That's it, eternity. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, man, ain't you glad that little small round thing that was laying there when you got out of your tent that morning, can't you just see it was covered in ground?
Yeah.
Here's what I want to get to. How close is this stuff to you? Right there it is. Now, for you to get a bellyache, and you get hungry and all of a sudden them stomach growl, what are you going to go do? Eat. Well, that's right. So how close is it you have to eat? It's right there at you.
Amen.
That, I want you to realize Jesus is there. He's
Amen.
there.
Amen.
I All you gotta do is pick it up.
That's
Right.
He comes to right to your house, your tent. That what you live in, that body is a tent. Because he's gonna cut the rope one day, and you're either going up or down.
Yeah, man.
But that there it lays on the ground. If you're hungry, pick it up.
That's right.
You know what the trouble is?
Mhm.
Oh, those like these preachers. We're picking up everything but God.
Amen.
That's right.
That's it.
Come on.
Woo!
Yeah.
What are we picking up? I see people picking up, but I ain't putting him down. Hey, he's got a brother. We say I want him to be saved, but I don't know. He got the fruits. He don't want the fruit to go to church. He don't want to. I want to go to church. I got the fruits.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know what he picked up when he went down? A beer can.
That's right.
Yeah.
I got a brother laying down there was probably cancer. Now, God showed me a picture of him with cancer. Will not set a beer can down. Will not go to church when the man is laying right there.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't want you, Jesus.
Yeah.
What they're doing.
Yeah.
And God said, I provided it right there it is.
That's right.
Preach hard.
Yeah.
Go pick it up.
That's right.
You didn't even have to work for it. It's laying there for you.
Hey, man. Hey.
Why are we picking up news magazines?
Yeah.
Picking up drugs. There's more teenagers I've seen strung out on drugs than I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you're right.
Dying.
And the thing that kills me, Doug, is I ain't no soapbox preacher and I don't throw out nothing, but I keep to myself. But I want to ask you something. When you went to church, how many times you had somebody shoot your church? When you went to school, how many people shot in your school?
There you go.
No,
Why now?
yeah, you're right.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why now? Turn the TV on and you say, why now? Is it because mom and daddy can't win because social service says you can't beat a child?
Right.
It's because we got video games with shooting and death and one of this Walking Dead crap.
Yeah.
TV shooting zombies.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that has nothing to do with it. Let's take God out of school. Let's go pray the Lord.
Amen.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Maybe God's giving us what we prayed for.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, that's good preaching.
That's right.
Why now? Why all of a sudden you turn it on and shoot? I want to ask you this. They want to put an extra resource officers in your school and all this stuff and run your schools like a prison. Line up, single line, go get your tray, set at your table. They going to search you. You're locked down. No, don't nobody come into school. But here's the thing. How many of the people that's shooting these kids are kids in school? Probably about every one of them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah.
They're trying to prevent anybody else from going in there when the fox is already in the hen house.
That's right.
That's right.
Amen.
Amen.
Parents ain't teaching,
There you
ain't
go.
loving on, ain't disciplining their youngins anymore.
That's it.
Amen.
We're giving them everything of this world. We're not giving them nothing of God.
Yeah.
Problem.
Mhm.
That's a shame.
That's right.
And it's not just their fault, it's ours.
Tell it like it is.
Because we want our children to have more than we have.
Amen.
Yeah.
But we're compromising with God.
Yes, we are.
We're
Yeah.
walking away what God says to do. He said, be separate, come out from among them. Be
Yeah.
different.
Amen.
But no, we're not. Let's dress them up in whatever clothes after I come, if you're still in style, I don't know what it is. I don't want my young wife that. Really? There was a little girl in that school when I was in high school. I don't know what happened to her. But she was 15 or 16. Got picked on about every day. And I was probably the biggest one to pick on her. You know what she did different? She carried her Bible everywhere she went. And I picked on her for carrying her Bible.
Yeah.
She'd sit down and read the Bible and throw rocks at her. I don't want to reap what I sow. I don't want my children to look at me like they like Lot's older children did. Daddy, you brought us here. Look at all the things we got, Daddy. And you're telling us we gotta leave it behind. God's gonna take us and destroy it in its place. Look what we got. We was with you and Abraham out there from tent to tent, laying on the ground in hard rock for pillars. We're in the city now. We got it made. We got a nice place here. And you're telling me to leave it?
Yeah.
What happened to them? When the fire fell, it killed them. Because that influence was too much for them. Your impression, each one of you.
That's right. That's it.
Why be like others? Forever going to hell, you want to go to hell? I beat myself up every day thinking about that young girl that probably prayed for me because I was the meanest one to her. While she's reading the Bible everywhere she went. Now I'm trying to read to catch up with her.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, listen to me. That horse frogs, that man was there on the ground. And they didn't know what it was. How many of us knew what Jesus was when we was lost? It's there. And you can live if you want to live, there it is. That's the way we're living today. You can have it. You can go to church, fill these pews up. Or you stay down. What we're doing. It's the same thought. That manna's still there. That provision from heaven. Jesus is still here. He ain't gone. I know the Bible tells us he's sitting in the right hand, but I believe the Bible tells me he's everywhere.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right.
He's not just up there.
No.
He's right here. You know how close it is to be saved? The Bible says it's right there.
That's it.
Right there at that lip.
That's it.
All you gotta do is say, forgive me.
Amen.
That's it.
Right.
Then how close is he? He's not up there sitting up there in heaven wringing his hand out, wondering what you're doing. He's everywhere.
Right.
And he's trying to lead you and guide you and provide things in this world.
Right.
And all we're doing is turning our back and saying, I don't want that.
Amen.
They do see this. I'm going to hurry and get done. Because listen, they get mad at it. You know what they say? We're loath. We're tired of this old manna. We don't want that honey. You know what that stuff tastes like? Honey biscuits. The Bible says it's smooth and it had wafers. You want that what? Honey biscuits.
Hey.
You know what honey is? Honey's the Holy Ghost.
That's right.
Amen.
Like a bread. John chapter 6. What did Jesus say he was? He said bread of life.
That's right.
It takes them two.
Amen.
God, which is the three. The Godhead is three that are one. To get saved, it takes all three. The provision was made.
That's right.
The Holy Ghost is standing there. He's there pointing to the bread. He's pointing to, there's your problem solver. There he is. All he can say is, and live.
Amen.
Look and live.
That's right.
And all we're saying is, I'm tired of this. That's why people have church. They're tired of it.
Mhm.
There you go.
They're tired of it. They loathsome with it. But over in verse 28, I'm going to shut this up. But listen over here, I think it's verse 30. 35, I think it is. He said, and the children of Israel did eat manna. How many years?
40.
40 years. Until they came to a land in Hagar. They did eat manna until they came to the border of the land of Canaan. Now, Omer is the 10th part of an ephod. Verse 35 tells me, they said, I'm sick of it. You know how long they stayed in the wilderness?
40 years.
Huh?
40 years.
40 years.
Mhm.
So every day of their life, they could have lived. But the Bible teaches me in the book of Numbers, there were so many that died, looked like carcasses in the desert. Why? Because they got tired of it.
Yeah.
Are you getting tired of God's ways and want to do it your way? I believe you'll find out it don't work that way.
There you go.
Right.
I mean,
You'll find out you get in trouble,
uh-huh.
things that happen to you when you don't think they would happen to you. How many times do you ever see on the TV, they interview a neighbor of somebody that was the killer? What's that first thing they say to you? Well, he's a pretty good neighbor. I think he'd do something like that.
That's it, that's great.
You know what? There's an old song that tells me, it's an old rock song, but it's true. The killer that's in the killer is also the killer in me.
That's right.
You know what we want? We want to please the flesh.
Amen.
We do.
There you go.
We do. You know why you have to teach, why we have to teach a child in the ways of God, you know why? Because the first thing it knows is the lie.
That's right, that's it.
Did you realize that? Did you know when you was a baby, you cried and mom or dad wouldn't come pick you up? And next thing you know, if I cry again, I'll get somebody to hold me.
That's
And
right.
you cried again, and guess what? One of them got you.
Yeah.
First thing you learn as a baby is how to lie. You know why? Because it's the flesh. You know why? The flesh wants to rebel against everything of God.
Uh-huh.
Talk about him, do not want to pick him up. He's right there. He's accessible. You want to be saved today? He's here.
Right, amen.
You want your house blessed? You want your children to come back that's run away, that's went wandering away from God? All you got to do is come to Christ.
That's right.
I'm living proof. God changed me when my granny got on her knees.
Amen.
When I was a young boy. I'm an older fella now, and them prayers never do go away. That was my message, and God told me to let you stand on your feet, and let Doug give all the God, his children, his church, his pastor. Love on Doug. If you don't think he's the best, go find you another church. But this is your pastor. You love on your pastor.
Amen. Send out our schools. Look around. Or folks preach this morning. Provide. Has he provided for you? What has he provided for you? Provided a place where you can work. He provided a lot. God spoke to your heart this morning. Here he comes. He provided for the children of Israel. He's going to provide for us. Yes. Yes. He don't provide for you. You know what that means? You're not one of his. Yes. If you can do wrong, nothing wrong with that. The Bible calls you a master, not a son.
Yes.
That's not what Doug says, it's what the Bible says. Let's remember that today. You go, Lord, Father, we come. Lord, we thank you for the man of God this morning. We thank you for the message. We thank you for Calvary. Thank you for what you said today, Lord. How we needed it to apply to our soul. Yeah. Father, I pray, Lord, that you'll touch Brother Brown, man, or Michael, his family, Lord. God, I pray, Lord, you'll touch and bless him, Lord. Father, we thank you today. You'll be careful, Lord. So you've done it. I've done it all. Yeah. In Jesus' name. Amen. This message this morning. I like when God shows up. Amen. Yes. I like when we feel the Spirit of the Lord in the message. Yes, sir. Amen. I like you to think that. Don't forget, tonight, at 5 o'clock, we have a business meeting. Then we have services that are out after it. Man. Don't forget that. Discussing about Bible school, there's some other things around here around the church we need to get done. And get that. Don't forget to pray for Dr. Running's family. Radio station. The radio station's a good outreach for this area. If we was to lose it, it would be bad. Don't forget that today. Night service, it's been 5 o'clock. Go pray and come pray. Don't forget to tell someone about Jesus. Brother James, this is prayer.